Hello everyone. This is our last theory session of lesson number 13, fun with magnets. Okay. In previous session, we have learned about the attraction and repulsion and a small point, that is the types of magnet that are temporary and permanent. Okay. So in this session, we are going to learn that how to take care of magnets and where we are using the magnets. Means 2 points we are going to discuss, that is care of magnets and uses of magnets. Okay, so please write down the aim in your notebook properly with the help of given points: care and uses of magnets. So first start with care of magnets. So magnets can lose their magnetism, means magnets can lose their magnetic property over time. So to avoid this, we have to store the magnet, means magnets must be stored with their opposite poles beside each other. Okay, so what that is means the storing methods that we will see in next 2 to 3 slides. First, three things that we have to keep in mind, that if we are doing that three things, so that magnet can lose its property. So first one is that dropping from a height, means if we are dropping the magnet from a height, in that case magnet will lose its magnetic property. Same with the hitting with hammer. If we are hitted that magnet with hammer or with a hard object, again that magnet will lose its property. And the third case is that applying heat, means we have to avoid these three activities, that is dropping from a height, hitting with the hammer and applying heat. Okay, so all these properties causes the loss of magnetic properties of magnet. Okay, see the dropping from height. Okay, don't do that. If you have a magnet, don't drop from height. Don't hit that magnet with a hard object like a hammer or stone, and don't apply heat to that magnet. So all these activities will loses its magnetism. Understood? So we should not be hammered, or we should not taken that magnet near to the heat, or we should not drop that magnet from a height. Understood how we have to taking care of the magnets? See here, do not hit, do not hammer, or do not drop magnets from height. Okay, so we have to avoid these three activities. Next is that how to store the magnet. Now taking care means what? Which things we should avoid, that we have learned. Now which things we have to do, that is the storing of magnets. Okay, there are the methods to store magnets. So from the picture you can see here the bar magnets, how the bar magnets are stored. So in between the bar magnets we have to keep a wooden board or any non-magnetic material. So wooden board is a material that commonly we are using, and the poles are covered with the iron bar, the soft iron bar. So like that the poles, actually we have to protect the poles with that iron bar. Okay, to avoid the losing of magnetic properties. Same with the horseshoe magnet. Okay, not only bar magnet, not only horseshoe magnet, all the magnet should stored properly. So, okay, we have to protect the poles by keeping the iron bar at that poles. Okay, understood how to take care of the magnets. Now where we are using the magnets, you have already seen that the magnet is used in the compass, correct, for finding direction. Beside this, magnets find a large number of applications, a large number of uses. So I have given the uses. So first one is that we are using magnets in credit cards, ATM cards, identity cards, which are having the strip of magnetic materials that stores information. Have you seen one chip in ATM card or in credit card? So that strip is actually a magnetic strip. Whatever information is there, it's stored in that magnetic strip in credit cards or in ATM cards. Okay, so in that we are using the magnet. Second one is that television and computer monitors also use magnets. Are you getting the points? Means the magnets are actually used in toys, then telephones, doorbells, then headphones, televisions, your digital cameras, then computers and refrigerators. So all these things are using the magnet. Then the computer hard disk, then audio video cassettes, they are also having the magnetic material which are storing information. Then the magnets are used in picking up substances that made of iron from the scrap yard. Yes, many things are there in the scrap yard and we have to distribute, we have to what we can say that we have to remove that, or we have to classify that substances. So if the substances are made up of iron, so that we can remove by using magnets. Understood? Understood. Means in large waste dumps and industries that dealing with the metal products or the metal like your iron, steel, cobalt and nickel. Okay, wherever the metal objects are there, so that objects are separated from waste by using a large electromagnet that attached to the crane. Okay, the scrap thus separated is used to make a new metal objects. Means we can use that iron material or that metal things again for our uses. So like that there are the uses of magnets. You can see here in the credit cards, maybe you can see here the chip structure is there. Maybe you have seen that the chips are there, that magnetic strips are actually used in credit cards and ATMs to store the information. Okay, then see the other things are also there. Mostly magnets are used in electronic devices. Okay, means in fact anything that has a motor that uses a magnet. Okay, motor means what? That giving energy to that devices. So wherever motor is there, there is a magnet. So you can see here televisions, computers, microwave ovens are also operate with the magnets. Then you can see here they are used to slow down the roller coasters and subways. You can see here there are also magnet. Magnets are used to keep refrigerator doors closed. Maybe you have observed that when you are opening that door, automatically the door will close because of the magnet. Sometimes the magnets are placed in the stomachs of cows to catch metals. Okay, that cows and all, they are eating anything, so we can catch the metal by placing the magnet in the stomach of that cow. So there are many uses of magnets that are found every day. Understood the uses of magnets? Can you write down the uses of magnets in your notebook? Okay, 4 to 5 uses are enough. So in this lesson we have learned about, normally we have learned about the properties of magnet. Okay, properties means what? See, whatever the structure or the attraction, repulsion, then the poles, then how they are suspended freely in the north and south direction. So all these are the properties of magnet. Okay, so let's recall all this property that we have learned in this lesson. First property of a magnet is that magnet has two poles, correct? North pole and south pole. Okay, and these poles are forming the magnetic fields. If you are putting something in that field, for example your iron nail, so that will attracted by that magnet. Second one property we have learned that when a magnet is suspended freely, okay, by hanging a string, so it comes to rest in the north and south direction only. That reason also we have discussed. Third property is that magnet always attracts the objects that made up of iron and steel. Okay, whatever the magnetic materials are there, that will attracted by the magnet. And the fourth property we have learned that poles always exist in pairs. Means if we are cut that magnet, still we cannot separate out the poles of that magnet. Understood? So all means always the magnet is exist in a poles. Existing, that poles always exist in a pairs. Understood all the properties of magnets? Okay, see the things that we have learned, means the definitions, the important definitions I have given here, that is what is a temporary magnet, what is a permanent magnet, what is a magnetic field, and what is a magnetic pole. So see, the temporary magnet means what? A magnet that stays magnetized for short period of time. And the permanent magnet means what? A magnet that maintains its magnetism without the need of electricity. Okay, maybe we have learned one picture, that temporary magnet and permanent magnet. Okay, we are using the electric cell, then the coil is there. Yes, so that is actually we are using the electricity. But in case of permanent magnet, we means that magnet do its work without electricity. Okay, then we have learned one definition, that is magnetic field, means when a magnet produces some area, means some things, so that field is known as a magnetic field. So you can see here, the magnetic field is more at the end of that magnet, means at the poles the magnetic field is more as compared to the middle area. Okay, and the magnetic pole means what? You can see here the S and N. So that magnetic field is strongest at the poles. Understood? So like that we have completed our lesson. In next session we will check out all the activities that we have discussed in this lesson. Okay, whatever magnets are there in our lab, we will see that magnets. We will do some activities like the attraction repulsion, then the suspended, how the magnet is suspended freely in north and south direction. Okay, so all these activity we will learn in next session, next video session. Still, stay home, stay safe, try to solve the exercise. If you want to see the video first and then you have to solve the exercise, that's okay, no problem. Okay, but if you have time and if you have understood the lesson properly by this theory, so try to write down the exercise. Okay, thank you.